Hey guys, it's me. It's Queen Offset Her Real, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. All right, guys. We have a very interesting question today, and the question says, "My Aquarius is always talking about places and things that I don't know. I feel so dumb around him. He never says anything about it, but I don't know what I should do. Queen, what do you think?" Well, you know something? It is very common for Aquarius to be intelligent. Of course, not all of us, but a lot of us are very smart. A lot of us are into like exotic things that we don't find to be exotic, but other people might, like foreign travel or exotic foods or things like that. And to us, it's like, not, but other people might be like, never even heard of it before. So I can definitely understand that. She told me earlier that she's a Taurus. So she's a Taurus and he's Aquarius. And she said that she just feels dumb. Now, mind you, the Aquarius has not called her dumb. The Aquarius has not said anything at all, actually. He seems to be enjoying her company. But when he talks about stuff that goes over her head, she told me that she feels some type of way. So this is my thought process on this. And I do this in any situation that I'm in. I've had lovers that were smarter than me many times. Well, not many times, but 3 or 4 times. And instead of, just being lost in the conversation, I would take a mental note or actually write down in my phone or whatever that I had in my hand. I would take a note of what it was they were talking about, especially if it's something that they mention frequently. So let's say your Aquarius enjoys foreign travel, or your Aquarius enjoys cuisine from different countries, or your Aquarius enjoys music from South Africa, for example. I would take a mental note of what they're talking about and simply do a Google search. Nowadays, your phone is a powerful computer. When I was a kid, it was not the case. When I was a kid, I had to go to the library and read an encyclopedia if I wanted to get information. Now, information is at your fingertips. We're overloaded with information. So if your significant other is talking about soju, for example, soju is a drink that they drink in South Korea, and you have no idea what it is, write it down. Take a little note in your phone, and when you're by yourself, when you're in the bathroom, when you're chilling, about to go to bed, read up a little bit on it. Everything your Aquarius knows, or the places that the Aquarius has been, they're not expecting you to know. I've traveled the whole world. I'm not expecting the woman that I get with to know everything that I know. We're 2 different people. We've had 2 different experiences. So if I'm talking about stuff that she doesn't know anything about, number one, you can ask. Aquarius usually don't mind when you ask us questions. A lot of us, like me, love talking and have a lot to say. So you could just ask him, "Hey, what's that place?" Or, "What did you say? Could you elaborate more on that?" Ask questions. And when he's finished talking, ask questions about what he's talking about. And if you don't want to ask questions, the other thing you can do, like I said, is to Google these things and learn a little bit about it. So the next time he brings it up, maybe 2-3 weeks later, you can be like, "Oh, yeah, I read about that." And then you can contribute to the conversation. Just because you don't know all the things that your Aquarius knows is no reason for you to feel dumb. It just, you have different experiences. And maybe you haven't experienced all the things your Aquarius has experienced, because like I said, many of us are into that. Many of us love interesting things. So we might not be into the mainstream. A lot of people, to me, talk mainstream. They're talking about popular rappers, popular music, popular things on television, popular culture, TV shows, movies. They're talking about stuff that's currently going on and stuff that doesn't always interest me. My musical selections are all old. I have very few contemporary music I can't think of any contemporary music on my playlist. I think I have one song by Cardi B, and it's like one song, you know. So most of the stuff I have is from like the 70s, the 80s. You know, that's the bulk of it. So my musical selections are different. The places that I've been to Africa, I've been to Amsterdam, I've been all over Central America, I've been to South America. The things that I've done, the places that I've done, I don't expect my lover to have had the same exact experiences. And I'm into things that I know everybody else it may not be into. I'm into abstract art. I'm into impressionist art. A lot of people, they're into not even some people not even into art at all, you know. So I know that. So if somebody is talking to me and I'm talking about different cultures, spirituality, whatever the case is, number one, I don't mind them asking questions. I welcome them asking questions. And number two, if you go find out something, even if you don't know a lot about it, now you could at least add to the conversation. You see? So I encourage you, when the Aquarius is saying things that seem important, especially the important things, like the stuff that the Aquarius is near and dear to his heart, that's the stuff I would pay the most attention to. And when he's talking about those things, I would learn more about those things. It's also a way to bond with your Aquarius. Let's say, for example, your Aquarius is into reading. I love to read. Find out what your Aquarius likes to read. And be like, hey, so did you see, like, let's say, for example, your Aquarius is into Rumi. Rumi is one of my favorite poets. He's very popular, as a matter of fact. So let's say that your Aquarius is into Rumi. So you say, hey, what do you like to read? Oh, I like to read Rumi. Well, do you have any of Rumi's books? Yeah, I got 2 or 3. So which ones do you have? Go online, Amazon.com. Look at the ones he already has. Look at the ones he doesn't have. Maybe you get 1 or 2 of them. Maybe you gift him one he doesn't already have. You know, those kind of things. It just shows that you're thinking, that you're involved, that you're paying attention, and that you care about what's important to him. You see? So don't feel like you're dumb. You just had different experiences in your life. And if you want to be able to relate and bond on a different level, learn something about those things. Okay? All right, I got a message. Okay, now we're going to read my top comments, okay? So the first one here is from Angie. Let me see. Trying to see what her last name is. I know Angie, but I don't know what name she uses online. So I don't want to say the wrong name. Her name is Angela Curry. Okay, she used her real name. Okay. Angela Curry said, what about divine justice spells? Divine justice spells are spells that priestesses or shaman or witches or whatever, wizards or whatever you want to call it, will cast to bring about justice. Most of these spells are basically when you invoke a deity and ask them to bring justice to a particular situation. So let's say that you had somebody sue you wrongfully. And because you always want to be on the right side of the justice spell. You want to be in the right. So let's say somebody sued you and you didn't do anything. You know, they're trying to lie on you and slander your name or ruin your reputation. And you did a divine justice spell. It should be helpful if you did it right. It should be helpful in that situation. So divine justice spells can be helpful whenever you need justice. And social justice, like in the case of this one, we were talking about the United States. So social justice, regular old court cases, any of those kind of things. And believe it or not, positive energy, spells have this energy to them. And believe it or not, and any of you who've cast before know what I'm talking about, spells bring about energy. And a lot of times it is very helpful energy. And one of the things I've learned about, especially global issues or big, issues, when more than one person comes together and does them together, is even that much more powerful. So if you want to do a divine justice spell, I would say, yeah, that would be very powerful for this situation. And it'll be even better if you got some of your friends or 2 or 3 of you or 5 of you to do the same kind of thing. So let's say, for instance, you call upon Sekhmet, or you call upon Ogun, or some deity or Orisha or ancestor who deals with justice, and you ask them for justice. It's just like praying on a situation. You're drawing positive energy to it in a very powerful way. So definitely divine justice spells. Crystal Owl. Crystal Owl publicly subscribed to me 11 months ago. Thank you, Crystal. Oh, and Angie, thank you for your question. I really appreciate that. But Crystal, thank you. Crystal said, I just wanted to tell you, you look fabulous. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I adore all of your crowns, and your pendants are always so damn pretty. Thank you so much, Crystal. I'm actually working on a video where I'm going to show you guys all of my pendants. I have a crystal pendant collection at this point, and I would love to show them all to you. So I'm working on that video now. All right, guys, it is time for me to get going. So if you would like to get a reading done, please email me and I'll hook you up. See you later.